Alrighty, what's going on? Aaron back again, and another dub, 2-0. We'll take the first two games that were really close. We'll take it. Stephen Gostkowski, he missed an extra point, but he hit a second game winner in a row, and we can forgive him for. I guess we can forgive him now for last week. He needs to keep this up, obviously, but he hit two big ones today. He hit a 51-yarder. I think that last one was a 49-yarder. So he's got to keep hitting those. On offense, Ryan Tannehill, big player of the day, threw four touchdowns, and he's got 6 touchdowns in 2 games right now. So he's doing really well, picking up off the play action. Derrick Henry's not doing too well. I mean, today he ran, 25 carries, 84 yards. So, you can tell Derrick Henry just ain't breaking it to the next level like he was towards the end of last year. But, I think what's happening is they're keying in on him, and you see the play actions opening up. Even today without A.J. Brown. And they could have easily, keyed in on maybe Corey Davis, because Corey Davis is good off those play actions. And we're just running play actions, and Tannehill is killing it. He's killing it on those play actions, and he's leading us. And I think Tannehill easily is the offensive MVP of the day. Defense, we started off pretty decently, and then we just started letting them go and go and go. And, came to their running back, Robinson, ran for more yards than Henry did. He was picking it up in the second half. Minshew, 3 touchdowns, 339 yards. I mean, he was hitting all them dink and dunks, and for some reason the Titans cannot cover tight ends. I don't know why. Can't cover the flats. Can't cover anything within under 10 yards. It's like we're not even trying. Sometimes we don't even guard the sticks. It's like all you got to do is guard them. Like I don't even know. Like I understand it's like zone and man defense and all that stuff, but it gets a little ridiculous sometimes. But, Jonnu Smith actually went off 2 today, 84 yards, 2 TDs. Picking up in A.J. Brown's absence, Corey Davis also caught a touchdown today. So Corey Davis is doing pretty well for himself. I like what he's doing. He's proven himself to be, at least if he wants to get paid next year. And, hopefully that doesn't happen. He wants to stay, maybe take a team-friendly deal or something. But I really enjoyed that. So the offense was clicking today. The offense, I have you got a few little gripes and whatnot. A lot of penalties. There was one drive we had like 3 penalties in a row or something, and then one should have been called on Taylor Lewan because he picked up his arm. As a lineman, I know that for sure. You can't put your hand down and pick it back up and then put it back down again. You can't do that, and that wasn't called. But maybe the penalties were pretty bad still, and we still give up a little bit too much pressure, and things seem to be a little bit off sometimes in the pass rush where miscommunications. We can't be having that. But, man, the defense, we really need Adoree back. We need Adoree Jackson. He's a key cog in that secondary. And, we had, Chris Jackson played pretty decently. Butler was here and there, and Fulton actually had his interception. And then Byard, I didn't really catch Byard too much. I guess he did okay. I guess it's not a bad thing if his name wasn't called, but he wasn't making the big plays like he usually does. So I guess he did all right. Now, Vaccaro, you could easily say he might be the MVP of the defense, him or Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons coming up big once again. I don't know why I was playing a video. Jeffrey Simmons coming up big once again. He was the one who tipped the ball to Harold Landry. Tipped it up, and Landry picked it off for the W. So you could easily say Vaccaro he broke up 2 at the goal line, I'm pretty sure, against Eifert. I think it was against Eifert both times, and he played the boundary pretty well, so he couldn't keep 2 feet in if he were to catch it. So Vaccaro did pretty well. And I think those are really the only 2 bright spots you could have. And then Clowney's still getting a little tired. We do need Derek Roberson back and Vic Beasley, because we're running with only, I think, like 3 or 4 outside linebackers, and that's not sustainable. And you could tell towards the end that Clowney and Landry weren't generating a lot of pressure because they were tired. And we need Derek Roberson back. We need Vic Beasley back to be able to come in and change the game. And I think that'll help us further along in the season. Obviously, no preseason and whatnot. Everybody's been saying that. And I think that's a big reason why a lot of injuries were going around. So we could, around the league, I know Saquon got hurt, tore his ACL. Bosa's going to tear his ACL. I think Garoppolo's got a high ankle sprain. Marlon Mack last week tore his Achilles. I'm forgetting someone. Christian McCaffrey did something to his ankle today, and we could say I guess we're a little lucky on that. Where Titans don't have any big injuries right now. We kind of escaped one last week with Taylor Lewan, unless hopefully that knee bruise is not real bad for AJ Brown, because then that would be very detrimental to us. But the offense is clicking, so I'm not super worried about it. It's just AJ Brown adds another dimension, being one of the top receivers. Excuse me, but overall, we still got the dub. Still got the dub. I mean, it is what it is. We're top of the division. Colts got the W against the Vikings. Texans played arguably the top two teams in the league, or two of the top teams in the league. So they're 0-2. And the Jaguars are feisty. They're not the best team, but they're really feisty, and they're not tanking. I don't think it's going to be them. It's probably going to be the Jets. And it seems like it's going to be the Jets that are going to be tanking for Trevor Lawrence or whoever it may be. So, we move on to the Vikings next week. Today's game was, it was another heart wrencher. I thought we were going to blow them out. We started off, I think we were up 14-0, but with the Titans, they like to keep it close for some reason, and we can't ever have it good. So on to the Vikings next week. We gotta keep on winning. That's all we got to do. We're already 2 games ahead of the Texans. We're a game ahead of the Colts. Or I think we're 2 games ahead of the Colts, technically speaking, because of the division record. But we're ahead of the Colts, ahead of the Jaguars. We just got to keep winning. Vikings didn't look too good today, but that's gonna be all. That's just my post game thoughts. Nothing too much. Just the defense has to get a little better. Offense was clicking. Tannehill did pretty well, with Henry still getting bottled up because they're keying in on him, and Tannehill's hitting it off perfectly on the play action. And the defense will get better, I think, once Adoree comes back, and once Vic Beasley and Derek Roberson come back, and maybe the play calling can get a little bit better. We don't know really the gist of that, if it's the play calling by Vrabel, or I think it's Bowen. I think they're doing like mixtures. They're mixing the play calls and whatnot. Like one's going to call it and the other is. So who knows how much that has to do with it. Hopefully that gets better as the season goes along, because both of them don't have too much experience. I know Vrabel doesn't have that much except for 1 year, or outside of 1 year. I don't know about Bowen, but maybe that'll get better. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. We'll probably be doing some week 3 picks. Maybe we'll kick up the podcast again. But thank y'all for watching. God bless, and AFO is out.